So since I have black women here, I want to talk about it because like the whole Kevin Samuels concept and stuff, right? All right. So Alicia, why don't you like Kevin Samuels?
I didn't say I don't like Kevin Samuels. I just disagree with the way in which he delivers certain messages
Okay,
to women.
gotcha.
I feel like a lot of black women are not raised with black men to direct them and tell them certain things that would motivate them and encourage them to live a life where it would make them successful when it comes to dating another black man. Now, the way in which he tears down the women when they're already coming from a vulnerable place, and he knows this, he's very well informed. The stuff that he's saying makes perfect sense, but like I said, it's the delivery and how he says it. When he says to somebody, "Oh, you're not a, you're not an 8. Beyonce's an 8." That is your personal opinion still at the end of the day. That person may be an 8 to somebody else. So, I just feel like the delivery in which he says certain things is not the best. It's not that it's not factual or
Got
true.
you.
It's
Okay.
just the delivery.
Yeah.
It's what really makes a difference. And when you deliver something to somebody who's already coming from a sensitive place and you say it in a mean way, most of the time they're going to shut you out and not listen. So, if you really care, or not even care, but if you really want to help people and make a change, and if you feel some type of way towards black women, say it in a way
Hold on.
where
I don't
they
think
want
he
to listen.
feels a certain type of way towards black women. 'Cause
I feel like he gets very hostile, and I feel like someone who does not have some sort of aggression towards certain black women. I think it's for him certain black women. Um, I don't understand where the aggression is coming from, where you feel like you have to be so stern and just so cold and direct.
I can tell you where it
Directness
comes
is
from.
not. I feel like directness is good,
Yeah.
but it also you have to realize that when you're dealing with people's feelings and emotions, it's a certain way to do it, and I
I
don't
agree.
think that he's mastered that. I feel like he's become who he is because he riles up a crowd. He makes good content that entertains people. But what he's saying though, is it really sticking or is it making people not like him? And that's
It's doing something because he has
it's
over
inner
a
Great
million
following.
subscribers.
he
Yeah.
has a lot of
So,
subscribers because
yeah.
he just like
Derek Jackson.
Derek Jackson.
Don't say Jared. Yeah.
Jared Jackson. Derek Jackson.
Okay.
He was the guy that
Mhm.
everybody was like, he gets it. And he's saying
He
in a
was
way where it's
describing all the things
motivating.
he does.
Yeah, but the thing is though, the way his tone though, his tone attracted women coming from. It was more positive and it was more encouraging. I think a lot of women can say, okay, even though he's a cheater, he cheats on his wife, he's doing everything that he's saying everything that he's not doing. I feel like it was more listened to because it was coming from in a place where it's uplifting. Whereas for a man to sit and say, no, you're a 6 or you're a 7. I don't think that's healthy and I don't think it's positive. I don't think that nothing positive can come from that to tell someone that they think they're less than they are. I think everybody should think that they're a 10. Why would you not think that you're a 10? If you don't think that you're a 10, who the fuck is going to think that you're a 10?
Well, this is the thing, Alicia. Everything that what Kevin Samuels is saying is what men talk about.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
This is what we talk about in the barbershops, not telling y'all.
And this is
So
what
the
us
re-
women talk
hold on,
about
hold on,
too.
hold on,
We
hold on,
all
hold on.
talk about
Let
that.
me get it out. But the result is that there are more single women out here.
Because there are more women.
Well, yeah, true.
There are more single black
True.
women. There are
No.
not more single white women. There are more single black women.
Exactly. So the thing is this: if you get, I understand what you're talking about with his delivery and stuff, and sometimes it is over the top, right? But if we ask you how else do we deliver stuff to you, because y'all deliver it to us, however the hell you want to.
I don't.
You don't. I'm talking about everybody though, Alicia. Like, we ain't talking about just you. So
In general, women
there are
do
plenty of podcasts and shows that are
Right.
out there that criticize
Like,
black
he ain't
men.
got this and this and I
All
ain't
of
tryna
this.
talk like
They
that.
talk to us any type of way. Nobody
Yeah.
ever says, so you know what
That's
we do?
true.
We adjust and we move around to
Right.
somebody that ain't gonna do it. So
Yeah.
when Kevin is giving the delivery,
Uh-huh.
it's a wake up call to let you know, hey, yes,
Check yourself.
this is what men talk about.
Right.
We do rape women. We do all of that stuff.
Uh-huh.
So he's trying to coach it into a way to where, if a coach, like, in basketball, do you ever see them just talk, hey, make sure you run up the court, play defense, do this? No. In football, it's hard hitting. You have to be able to deliver it a certain way. Especially if you're not listening. And with women, there is a different way that you have to speak to a woman, just like it's a different way you have to speak to a man, right? So
but I do feel like a woman is more naturally designed that when a man gives her criticism, she's more. It's a study done that a woman is designed to internalize it more than when a woman criticizes a man. There was a study done that showed that women are naturally designed for when a man tells them something or gives them an opinion about that woman in particular, they internalize it and they just internalize it more.
I think that's just an exposure problem, though. Because my dad has always told me the truth about my appearance.
Yeah.
He has told me your haircut is ugly, you look like your brother. I swear to God.
Yeah.
I had cut my hair off a couple years ago. He was like, no, that is not it. And I got a head full of hair now. You know what I'm saying? He has told me, you're too short to weigh that much. And I got a trainer. So, and he's not saying those things to hurt my feelings. He's telling me that because it's true. That haircut is ugly on you. It don't matter if I liked it. But he's looking at it from a man's perspective of what men think is attractive. And he's just like, my daughter, that is not cute. So me already having a man in my life who's always told me stuff like that, that's not it. I don't really
look at it in a
like that.
Negative.
You know what I'm saying? I don't really take it like
I've
that.
had my dad in my life my whole entire time, and my dad spoke to me very honestly and truthfully too. But it was never, and I look at my dad. I've always, I looked at my dad until the day he passed away, until I was 21 years old. But my dad did not talk to me in the manner that this man talks to women.
Well, see, Kevin also doesn't lead with that. He'll ask them questions. He'll say, hey, how old are you? Do you have any kids? Were you married? Were you this? And when these women start to answer these questions, they start feeling triggered. And when they start feeling triggered, they start being defensive and they start saying slick shit. He told one girl was talking about, oh no, look, sweetie, this, that, and the other, sweetie. He was like, oh hell no, you're not gonna call me no damn. I'm a grown ass man. You're not gonna call me sweetie. I haven't talked to you like that yet. So whenever they usually provoke him into. Now I'm not saying that just because they say something like that to him that he has the green light to just go off the deep end. No, I'm not gonna say that that's a good reason. But I'm telling you, he does always start off and act like he has some home training. It's just whenever they say something that's like whenever they don't want to believe what he's telling them, like, and then like women will try to argue with him about what men think. He'll be like, no, I'm telling you what men think. You want men to think like women. That's not how that's not gonna work. Yeah. You feel like you want me to be able to have all this money and all this long dick and all this other shit, and I can't just ask you to be in shape, bitch. Right. Bye. I can go find another woman. Like he says it like this so that you can really get it in your head. Yeah. I don't have to pick you. Yeah. You have 2 kids. That is baggage to me. I'm a single man. I don't have anything. I don't have to deal with your rat ass. And you got a nasty attitude. He really doesn't like that. You already coming in here with all these things that would take away value from you from the average man. And just because men don't directly tell you this, I feel like a lot of women do not have solid homeboys, like solid dudes that would just say anything around you, because I've heard it all. Like they would tell me everything and they'd be like, I need to see this, blah blah blah, I had this bitch this, and they're really disrespectful. But they'll never say that to the women's faces that who they trying to get something out of, because they know they gonna fuck up they little scheme. Even if they were to say it respectfully, women just don't like to be told. They don't like to be criticized. And it's something that takes training for your mind to take. Yeah. If you've ever been hazed, there's a look. I know y'all. Non-hazing organization. Listen. I know y'all are a part of non-hazing organizations, but if you've ever been hazed, then you have kind of a scope of what I'm talking about. These people may not be saying, they are saying it to hurt your feelings. They really don't care about the delivery. But is what they're saying true? Take away all the extra. Is what the statement said valid? If it's valid, then stop crying about it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And I think, to piggyback off of that, I think that the reason women call up there in droves is because
they want to prove them wrong.
Well, not even that. You're not going to get that from anybody else. Like, this is the first time that it's been a national platform, because that's what it is. He gets more views than Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
this is the first time women have been told what they wanted to hear for so long. So it's like, okay, I haven't had any results. I'm 35, never been married, and I'm thinking I'm not the problem. I done got Steve Harvey's books. I know women that have actually done that. So they call it this. Say, okay, what am I doing wrong? You find out what you're doing wrong. What's your dress size? What do you feel like you look like when you get out the shower? Neck to face, whatever. All
and
the
he'll say
and
that's average.
He'll ask them. He'll be like, okay, what the reason he went viral the first time was he asked her, how do you think you look? Rating from 1 to 10 without using 7. I'm a 5, but when I put on makeup, I'm a 6. That's what she said.
And
but people took a clip out of that and said, okay, now you're just rating women and I don't think he's really trying to help because he's trying to get it to the traditional way because the traditional way worked for us to have at least 2 parents in the household.
Right.
That's all that I think that it is.
Right. And you know what? Speaking of, you brought up Derrick Jackson. So let me say this. I mentioned something on Facebook the other day, and I said men have been conditioned to lie to women because women cannot take the truth. And if women like the tone and the delivery and what sounds sweet like Derrick Jackson, of course you're getting lied to. Look what that nigga did to his wife. You getting lied to. All because he got this sweet, soft delivery and he said everything he telling you everything he do.
See,
he just telling you straight up. But you got a man like Kevin Samuels who's going to tell you.
I don't agree though, because for me, I feel like you have to be able to discern
people don't have
someone's character, whether or not what they tell you or not. So for me, I don't know. I'm the type of person where it's like I take better to positive reinforcement, redirection. But if someone's saying, "Oh, you not this, you not that," your opinion is only you. That's how I feel.
Some people don't even take the positive reinforcement. You can be as motivating as you want to, and there are some women that are just gonna be like, "I'm happy like this." Okay.
Yeah. See, but I'm not. The thing is, though, when I watch some things when he talks to those women, most of the time I'm not like, "Oh yeah, she right." I'm not thinking that. I'm just like, "Girl, you on here embarrassing yourself."
Embarrassing, and that's the biggest problem for me. Like all those women get on there and they tell their business, and I just be like, why would you call this man?
And their faces out there, and the thing is, they can't go up there and lie because
they can't.
Everybody sees you. You go by your real name and all that other stuff. But